I'm back! Hello my friends, this is Martin. Welcome again to my channel Fireline Geek, and I'm back from travel in Europe. So I came back a few days ago from Europe and I'm trying to reorganize my life again. I have to be, I have to get used to, my everyday life again, because these past few weeks, almost a month that I've been away in Europe, it was so hectic, it was so fast-paced, and I've been in so many different places in such a short amount of time. My trip was 21 days, and 21 days to visit all these different places that I've been to, it's not really enough time, and it was so weird, so fast-paced, but so enjoyable at the same time. We were 8 in total that went from Argentina, and we traveled around England, France, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. And we've been to like many different places in these 5 countries, but the core cities that we visited were London, Paris, Geneva, Rome, and Barcelona. So I have plenty of pictures and plenty of things that I need to organize in order to make a video, because I want to make a video showing you all these places that I've been to, or just a few of the most important places that I've been to. The thing is, I did not have the opportunity to blog as much as I wanted to, because we moved with a group. We were traveling by bus most of the time with another big group of people from Puerto Rico. And we went with our tour guide, with our tour leader, and she would take us with her from place to place, and she would explain where we were going and what we were going to see and stuff like that. So I did not have the opportunity to be by myself walking around and saying, okay, and we are here and we're seeing this and that. So unfortunately I didn't have enough time to do that here in this trip, but I still recorded a few things that I would like to show you, and I took a lot of pictures. So basically I would do a video explaining where I went and what I saw. I will show you some pictures and the little recordings that I were able to do. Also, I would like to make some videos and show you the stuff that I managed to get on this trip, especially the geeky things that I managed to acquire in these different countries, that were not that many, if I'm being honest, because I wanted to bring a lot of things, but I couldn't, because we have a weight limit on our suitcases and we cannot bring everything. So in this video in particular, I'm going to show you the books that I acquired on this trip. There were not that many. The first book that I acquired in this month, I got it after I came back. Actually, I went to I bought it here in Argentina. This is a manga, volume 1 of High School of the Dead by Daisuke Sato, and the drawings are by Shoji Sato. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. But basically this is a zombie manga, kids in high school that they have to survive this zombie apocalypse. I watched the anime a very long time ago. I think it came out in 2011 or 2012, something like that, and I really enjoyed the storyline, but I think both the manga and the anime are unfinished. I don't know why. I'm not sure, but there were no more new seasons for the anime. I think it has only 12 episodes or something like that. That's the only thing I know. But I really like the storyline of the anime, so now I started reading the manga, and I want to see how the source material went and how far or how close the anime was to the manga. Now I have this other book, and it comes with a very funny story, and that is my second copy of Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. And I'm saying my second copy because it has a funny story. I originally ordered this book along with Gemina. I ordered both books on Book Depository, and when they came, I got Gemina just fine, and this is my original copy of Illuminae. But the thing is, the book I'm going to show you right now came printed upside down, and I was actually planning to make like an unboxing video of that, you know, those two books. But when I actually recorded it, but when I saw my reaction, I was just like so in shock when I saw that my book was upside down. And I'm going to show you right now. See, this is the cover, but when you open the book, I'm going to show you another page that it's upside down. It was printed upside down, so you have to do it like this to read it. And you know, then I contacted Book Depository and I explained the situation. I say, okay, this book, you know, came upside down, and they were so kind, and you know, they sent me a second copy that actually it's printed how it's supposed to be printed. This is the cover, and it's okay. So now I have two copies of Illuminae. But I will treasure this first one because it's kind of weird having a copy of the book upside down. But you know, I still love it, and this is a book series that I absolutely adore. Gemini's as good as this one. So far, you know, I am like halfway through Gemini, and I love it. And you know, now I have two hard copies, one that is upside down and one that is, you know, is how it's supposed to be. So thank you, Book Depository. And the thing is, this arrived when I was in Spain, so you know, I think I can count it as well in this. I wanted to count it in this book haul. And now I'm actually going to show you the books that I got on this Euro trip. This first book, I got it in London. I don't remember the name of the bookstore right now, but it is the 20th anniversary edition, the Ravenclaw edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you don't know, you know, for the 20th anniversary of the release of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or the Sorcerer's Stone in America, they decided to release 4 editions of the books, one for each house. This is the Ravenclaw edition. As you can see, it's blue, or black and blue, and the edges of the pages, it's kind of like purplish actually, and I think this is supposed to represent the bronze from Ravenclaw, blue and bronze, but it's actually more like an orange. I think that's one of the reasons why when they try to, you know, they make the uniforms for the films, they changed Ravenclaw's bronze to silver, because you know, this is supposed to be bronze, but it's actually orange. It's still beautiful though. And these editions are so beautiful. This is the hardcover. Here you have info of JK and some more info of the book. And it's actually Philosopher's Stone, but the thing is, at the beginning it has some information about the house. So each edition has an information regarding each house. It says, welcome to the cleverest house at Hogwarts. In this, for example, it has a drawing of Rowena Ravenclaw, some information about the house. It tells you some, you know, backstory of the house, of the founder as well. It has the house relic, house ghost, for example. It has a map of Hogwarts, which is so beautiful. And at the back it has some more drawings. You know, of course you have the story, the book, and then you have some more drawings at the back, and there is a quiz. And of course all the other editions are the same. We have Slytherin with green edges and silver lines. We have Hufflepuff with yellow edges and black lines, and you have Gryffindor, of course, with red edges and yellow lines or golden lines. The second book that I got, I only got 3 books in Europe. The second book, I got it in Barcelona, in a place that is called El Corte Inglés, which is this super huge mall with more like 10 floors, and you can find whatever you want to find. The 7th floor is where I actually spent my last 4 days practically of the trip, because you know, it was full of geeky things and books, you know, mangas and, you know, merchandise and DVDs and stuff like that. I got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the Spanish edition, which is the one that I grew up with, in hardcover. I already own one edition of this throughout my Harry Potter book buying life, and by that I mean every time a new book was released. I got the first 2 books and the last 2 books on hardcover, meaning Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows. I got them in hardcover. Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, and Order of the Phoenix, I got them on paperback. And you know, after all the years that I loved those books, they began, you know, falling apart. So last year I managed to find Order of the Phoenix in hardcover, and you know, now on this trip I found Prisoner of Azkaban on hardcover. Now I only have to find Goblet of Fire on hardcover, and I will finally have all the 7 books, the Spanish edition, in hardcover, which is, you know, it's a dream because I want to keep these books forever. I will also keep my paperback editions because I have them since, you know, they originally came out. So, you know, those are treasures that are not meant to be touched again because, you know, they are falling apart. So I want to be able to reread these books without fearing them breaking or, you know, losing its pages. And then the last book that I managed to get in that same place, Corte Inglés, it's Donde los árboles cantan, by Laura Gallego, which means Where the Trees Sing by Laura Gallego, which is a Spanish author. This book was pretty popular in Hispanic booktube, but you know, I couldn't find it here in Argentina anymore. I don't know why. I think they stopped bringing the book here, and you know, I was very curious because all the people that I know that have read this book really loved it. So when I found it, it was the last one that was in that bookstore. I decided to buy it. I don't really know that much about the story, but I think it's kind of like high fantasy. And there is this war, and there is this I think it's a princess or a lady, like I think her name is Viana, and she's the daughter of a duke, and she is engaged to I think she's engaged to a prince or something like that. And there's this war, and the prince goes to war, and so she's left alone in this castle. And she basically, I think she goes to she finds comfort, something like that, in the forest, which I think there are like magical creatures or wood nymphs or something going on in the forest, because that's where, you know, where the trees sing. That's the translation of the name of the title. So I think, you know, there is something magical going on in the forest, and I don't really know much than that, but I'm very excited to know what the story is about. And a lot of people that I know that have read this loved it. So, and I love the beginning of the chapters. See, they're very, very beautiful. So these were all the books that I got this month. 3 of them I got them in Europe. The other 2 I got them on this month, but not on Europe. But anyway, this is like a mini book haul, and I wanted to show you, you know, the books that I got. So that's everything for this video. I hope you liked it, and as usual, if you did like the video, remember to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Now that I'm back, I'm going to start uploading more consistently. So yeah, that was pretty much everything for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you all on my next one. Bye!